Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video we are going over an incredibly fun gadget build with Vauban. With this setup, Vauban can incapacitate and obliterate rooms of steel path enemies easily. Utilizing his whole kit and 2 augments, I have been having a blast with this frame, and I thought I'd make a video to share it. Before we go over Vauban's abilities, if you found this video helpful or interesting, please consider hitting those like and subscribe buttons, and don't forget you can catch me live on Twitch Tuesdays through Saturday at twitch.tv/MikeHobbs. With that out of the way, let's take a look at Vauban's kit. Beginning with his passive, which states that Vauban deals an additional 25% extra damage to incapacitated enemies. This is a nice bonus that is easy to take advantage of due to 3 of Vauban's abilities being able to render enemies incapacitated. Vauban's one is Tesla Nervos, which is a deployable roller drone that seeks out enemies and deals bursts of electric damage to them and the surrounding area. Enemies affected by Tesla Nervos will be susceptible to bonus damage from Vauban's passive as well. Mind Layer is Vauban's 2. This ability lets you press to cycle through 4 different gadgets and hold to deploy. The gadgets include Tether Coil, which tethers and incapacitates nearby enemies, Flechette Orb, which shoots projectiles in all directions, Vector Pad, which creates a speed boosting pad, and Overdriver, which busts allies' damage output. Vauban can deploy up to 4 Mind Layer gadgets at once, and any additional mind set will despawn the oldest one. Photon Strike is Vauban's 3. When cast, Vauban throws out a device that calls down in an orbital strike of blast damage on the target. I am also running the augment for this ability, Photon Repeater. This mod allows Vauban to cast Photon Strike again at no cost if the previous one hit at least 5 enemies. Additionally, this free cast will strike twice. Finally, Bastille is Vauban's 4th ability. This ability creates an armor-stripping containment field that suspends enemies in stasis. Furthermore, holding 4 will collapse a deployed Bastille into a vortex, pulling enemies in and damaging them. I am also running the augment for this ability, Repelling Bastille, which repels enemies and extends the duration of Vauban's vortexes. With the kit fully discussed, let's take a look at the mod configuration and inner workings of this build. For my mod setup, I put in some extra strength, range, and duration to complement his kit. I'm also running adaptation for some damage reduction, as well as the 2 augment mods. I went with a more balanced stat distribution here, but there is a lot of flexibility as you can definitely go heavier into 1 or 2 stats and make this build work. One thing to note is the amount of armor strip Bastille does is a percentage rate influenced by the strength stat. Outside of that, Vauban's abilities serve as primers to complement his arsenal. Moving on to my arcanes, I am first running Arcane Energize to facilitate more energy gains as this build spans abilities to incapacitate rooms of enemies. Additionally, to assist with this playstyle, I am also running Arcane Steadfast to periodically give me free ability cast. And Steadfast paired with Photon Repeater will occasionally allow Vauban to deploy an absurd amount of photon strikes consecutively at almost no cost. As for my shards on this build, I'm running 2 red strength shards, 1 purple equilibrium shard, 1 shields from blast kills orange, and 1 casting speed yellow. The extra strength and shields from blast kills helps photon strike secure kills and gives me shields at the same time, and the other 2 shards assist in the ability spamming nature of this build. The loadout I'm using here keeps with the incapacitating gadgetry theme of this build. My primary is my Tenet Glaxion with a primary frostbite setup to slow and freeze enemies. My secondary of choice is my Azima pistol with its unique trait that lets you deploy its magazine as an automated turret. I am also running secondary fortifier to give Vauban an extra layer of defense in situations that have a lot of tanky exemus enemies. And lastly, my melee weapon is my Tenet Exec with a magnetic vortex configuration to create yet another means of incapacitating enemies. And finally, my companion of choice is Nautilus with its Cordon ability to provide another way to cluster enemies before casting Vauban's 3. I'm also running Synth Deconstruct to generate health orbs to benefit from my purple shard more often. Then I have mods like Contagious Bond and Coolant Link to spread even more status damage. And there it is. That's the build. I find Vauban to be a very fun frame with a bunch of utility. Vauban can set up shop around a defensive objective with Bastille and Mine Layer. He can also zip through a mission to the objective, spamming photon strikes on any enemies in his path. I like to go into high enemy density areas and place a Bastille and multiple Flechette orbs. Then I collapse his 4 into a vortex and create a large cluster of enemies to bombard with Vauban's 3. The resulting gameplay loop is a very fun and active build with many ways to render enemies susceptible to follow up attacks. But what about you? Have you tried Vauban? What did you think of this build? Let me know in the comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.